Oh yeah, I remember I was quite drunk on this match. Here we go. Douche. One of the many, many times that we couldn't get an MC on the show, so it was normally Carl that did the MCing backstage for us. But this is one of this is actually one of my favourite matches too, mainly because of the end. Hey, Vela shirts. Again, it was such a pleasure to work with the Hunters and Brandon this time too. It was actually meant to be Cervantes and Salvador, whose wrestling names. If you can't tell, I've got a bunged up nose today. My face feels like it's like half a stone. It's lovely. It was actually meant to be the Hunter brothers that were the tag champs going into this match, but Jim, so for some reason, injured himself. I can't remember why. It might have been his foot, because I remember at some point this time they were putting up the ring. The ring actually was owned by the two Hunter brothers. The one in the suit is Salvador Hunter, Jim. And I remember setting up the ring, and one of the ring posts wasn't stood up correctly, and it fell and hit Jim on the foot, and I think it like fractured or broke his foot or something. Northfield crowds where the kids would actually come up to you and start pushing the heels. The thing is, if you touch them, they'll be like, "Oh, get the police!" Oh, I love that. And then all the homophobic kids of Northfield, gay, gay, gay. And me and Flash, we never chanted gay. We never made that okay to chant. We just clapped along just because the kids were actually getting involved. Get them on our side. I was always nervous wrestling Brandon, just because, in my opinion, he had a bit of a reputation of being a bit stiff. Stiff in wrestling terms, meaning he'd be a bit too cozy with his punches or his shots or anything like that. Classic grab the belts. Come on, yeah. Old school. But we went to the two corners that had zero crowd next to him anyway. Then I did the whole looking into the belts. That was a throwback to Dick Daniels, that was. My mind was soon changed though, to be fair. During the match anyway. Brandon wasn't as stiff as what I thought he was going to be. I remember I was nervous backstage when he was saying this, so Kid Flash will go to Lee and then I'll be with Brandon. I was like, can I be with Lee? I know he works a lot nicer, but honestly, his real name was Anthony Bowden or something. But Brandon Thomas was actually really, really sound to work with. He wasn't as he did hit you when he needed to. I say when he needed to, when he wanted to. But 9 times out of 10, he was fine. Classic comedy, stupid heel spot. Whee. You're stupid, and trick them. You're silly. Spread them apart. I'm going this way, apparently you're going that way. My dive at the ring wasn't caught on camera. That's a bit annoying. Both the hard camera and the roaming camera. Chris Brooks is on this one actually. They all went to the right hand side. So you'll have to take my word that I was actually quite athletic and I could jump over the top rope. I used to tan up so much as well. You can see little shitty spots on my back where I'm actually quite pale, and the rest of my body's like orangey, kind of tanned. I never tried to go like all out with the tan. It just looked stupid. Wait, rockers, high five, elbow, nip up. Did that on every match. That was a decent nip up too. I'll take that. Another elbow drop. Another elbow drop. Elbow, whatever they're called. I feel so bunged up at the moment. Whee! Nice. We only ever done that when like Flash tagged me in, because it didn't make any sense. Because he tagged me in, so I'm the legal man. But then I throw him up, and then he lands it. Nice. And then he pinned them. She shouldn't be able to pin. He's not the legal guy. Don't know what I was doing there. nice wheel kick. I used to love doing wheel kicks, and no one else on the roster did wheel kicks for some reason. I just thought that looked pretty cool. Don't know why Brandon's arguing with the... Oh, no, yeah. He's arguing with the ref for a long time. This is the bit that I was dreading now. Oh, I remember that was fucking stiff. I remember that fucking hurt my back so much. I think I shouted to him loosen up or something, but I don't think he heard. That proper hit my shoulder blades. As far as I remember, apart from that, he was actually really soft. That sounds weird. He was... How'd you pull it so it doesn't sound strange? He was actually really nice to work with. Oh, this match was completely messed up on my part as well. I don't know what I was doing there. There was no reason for Brandon to distract the ref, for me to lose. No, sorry, for Lee to lose the offence. I know. Okay, fair enough. No, I think the story of what we were trying to tell was... Oh, easy flash. I think the story of what we were trying to tell was Brandon was meant to be the one that could control us, and Lee couldn't. So basically, every time when Lee was in the ring, he would mess up somehow, and then allow the faces to get back get back on top. Ooh, silly heel. Do they even tag? It's not even legal, is it? Craig and Brandon used to work really well together. To be fair, I don't know anybody that Craig wouldn't be able to work with. He was just an all-rounder. He was happy to work. He was just happy to be there. He was happy to be breathing in the ring. Bless him. Oh, I remember that was quite stiff as far as I remember. I remember Craig saying, like, yeah, he kind of hit me. So easy. If you just wanted the crowd to join in, out of any part of the match, just start chanting, "You suck!" And then they'll be in it. Jim on the outside, just playing the crowd so well. Such a natural heel. I mean, like, fair play to him. He's doing really well on the indies still. I mean, this is 10 years ago, and both of the Hunter brothers are still working the indies really nicely. And I've always preferred them as heels personally. I always thought that they played heel better than what they did face. Kid Lightning, purposely getting his name wrong. What a bastard. This is also one of the very few matches where Kid Flash was actually on top. When Kid Flash actually took the beating over me. It was always me that took the beating. As explained in one of my previous episodes. Can't remember which one. Probably the last one. Jim on the outside, giving the kids some shit. He always knew when to pick the right time as well. Whenever something was a little bit boring in the ring, so basically like these points I like to make. It's basically slow the match down to make the crowd find it boring, basically. Because when the faces come back, they're thinking, "Wait, something's happening again." But Jim knew it's a bit boring. Let's start winding up the kids again. Get in there, Dan. Stop him. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. He's taunting me. Yeah, finish him off. But he's too much of a fast face. Oh my God, he's such a high flyer. I wonder what happened to Kid Flash after Craig stopped playing him. I bet he never touched this Kid Flash. I love these comedy moments with the Hunters. Lee shouts out, "I want to press him!" But he'd always fuck up. Ah! DDT! Or something of the likes. I think Salvador was meant to stop the tag now, but literally the kids were all in the way, would not let him through. He should have been there a lot sooner. The kids on the outside were physically stopping him. I needed someone to stop me. Why were these kids trying to actually fight them? That's actually pretty good of Chris. Just noticed that he went into the middle of them to break the kids up, tell them to fuck off. Don't touch If you ever go to a wrestling show, do not get involved. Get involved in terms of like enjoying yourself and throwing some banter, but don't physically get involved. That pisses everybody off. I feel like I need to like bleep this entire match out with the amount of gay chants from the homophobic Northfield kids. This is one of the spots that I loved. Actually, this was actually quite funny. Hey! And the story being, whatever you can do, I can do better. And so then Lee goes, okay, sorry, Brandon goes, you want to go on my back? You sure? No, I'm going on your back. You sure? Okay, we can do this. Classic Hunters. This is the hot tag now. This obviously coming towards the end of the match. There's an incident that happens, which I'm going to start talking about now. It's basically what happens is I go for the swanton in a second, not too long from now. And I basically break one of the tiles in the roof. I remember that I forgot what to do there. Ooh, I'll give him a body slam. Fuck it, just sandbagging bastard. I hit the swanton bomb now, and the roof broke. Why did I say that? Flash finishing, that's so cringy. And backstage, Stacks, who ran the promotion, went fucking berserk at me, going, "We're bankrupt! K-Star's bankrupt, we're finished!" Here we go. Douche. And so basically Stacks had a massive paddy at me, going, "What the fuck you do that for? You just broken the ceiling. You've bankrupted us all." And later on, the bar staff, actually I can see him looking at us now, the owner of the place just basically went, don't worry about it, whatever. The amount of money of what you've brought in here tonight, it was a stupid accident, just carry on. It doesn't matter. Stacks never liked me. He was fuming for no reason at me anyway. I wish that they would have brought a reason of why the Hunter's clipboard actually KO'd me. I wish that they brought out like a steel sheet or something, just to make it a bit more believable, rather than just like a bit of a cork thing just clap you over the head. And then Stacks had to go on the mic. He's such a dick, he was. He was the most disliked person backstage. I have very limited, next to no recollection of what this match was. This was this is our third, I should say. This was our third match. And as far as I'm aware, final as a tag team. We had one other... we had one other match, which was just a 2-on-1. Which is when I did my transformation into Captain Jack Daniels, which will be our next episode. But this match as a total, I don't remember a thing. I genuinely can't remember it. One thing I did like about the Prophecy is their music. The music was pretty cool. This was a very poor crowd turnout. I think it was near Christmas time. It must have been. Oh, don't. The Fast and Furious. The guy in the ring, his name was Daz, who's reffing this match. He must have injured himself, because normally he would have been on the match anyway. Oh yeah, I remember I was quite drunk on this match. I remember I had a fair few pints before this. Shouldn't have done that. But it's always so energetic and stupid. I'm such a twat. That's fucking dangerous, though, to be fair. Daz in the Ring was the guy that I went to Atlanta, Georgia with, which wasn't too long after this one, to be fair. The crowd was so hard, because the more crowd you have, the more the more easier it is to... I'll just post by myself. Way. The more crowd there is, the more easy it is to play with. Shaking the ref's hand. Try not to be too biased, but it's always good to get the ref on your side. I must have started watching Balls of Steel at this point because I was robbing Nedges. Whoop whoop whoop. I wonder what was up with Daz. He must have been injured at some point for him to be refereeing. Or just heard myself say "Cheers, mate" in the most brummy way possible. That was Stacks backstage saying, "Start, hurry up," because he's a twat. Even though Stacks was happy to come into the ring and do a 10-minute promo on a 10-minute match and then carry on for 20 minutes. Hey, what a face. If you're going to keep messing me about, I'm going to drop kick you, make you look silly. Drop kick, drop toe hold. It's coming back to me actually. The match itself, sleep, leap, sleep, Shawn Michaels sleep, leap, or straight over the top rope. Have a bit of a pose, but I haven't got too much time. I can take them both on by myself. I'm just that fucking hard. We were going to jump out together, but I'm pretty sure I bottled it. Yeah, I bottled it. So I went by myself. I just felt, I knew that we were both going to just knock into each other. So I was just like, you go first and I'll go after. I remember I think Stacks picked that up backstage, go, why didn't you go together? And I said I just didn't feel safe. And I think he saw it as me going, well, he can do it and then I can do it. And then we both get like, we both get seen doing it. It wasn't at all. It was purely like a health and safety thing. I could just tell that both our legs were going to like knock into each other. It was going to look stupid. Wait, same again, double elbow drop. Wait, oh, I fucked that up. Too good for you, but I couldn't do a nip up. I must have fucked my elbow up. Where I never ever wore elbow pads or anything. I never liked wearing them, but because this must have been after Walsall Town Brawl when I had the inflammation in my elbow. That should have been done a lot quicker. Yeah, the ref should have really done something about that. That was right in front of his eyes and he didn't care. Oh, I remember Luke. Okay, fair enough. He did it to my knee at that point. I think I remember him saying backstage to me, "Can I do the corner thing, run knee to your face?" And I was like, "You're more than welcome to, but I don't like doing it because in real life, if you did that to me, I'd be knocked out, and it wouldn't make any sense." So I just said to him, "Do it to my knee instead." I'd like trying to make my wrestling matches as close to reality as possible. Like, you genuinely wouldn't take a kick to the face, get up and carry on with a match. You'll be fucking down and out. Come on, stop him. Stop me from tagging. Oh, shut up. Just shut up. Can you not count to 3, ref? As I've said before in one of these videos, the heel should be playing towards the ref, going, don't worry, ref, it's okay. And me and you, yeah, we're best mates. And so then if the ref does ever catch the heel cheating, he'll be like, don't worry, he's fine. You know, trying to basically manipulate the ref. I don't like it when heels are like shouting at the ref. And I'm pretty sure I'm guilty when I did the Bagwell character, which you'll see very soon. Actually, we're actually coming to the end of the K-Star matches. I think there's only Dan Daniels ain't nothing, so that means I'm everything. Double negatives. I think I've only got one. Yeah, I think it's 2 matches. I got one more. What should have been tag match before Craig left. Well, when Craig left, and then what I've got an archive anyway. I've got one Captain Jack Daniels match. I don't have many of them. The only reason why I have these matches is because I was editing the DVD, so I managed to grab all of my stuff. The Captain Jack Daniels stuff was when I was at uni, so I didn't work on it at all. So after these 2, I'm pretty sure there's 2 more K-Star matches to go, but then that's it really. Daniels, come on. I'm taking a massive beating here, actually. Go on, Flash. High flying ability. I'm trying to work out who's on camera. He wants to be a Rey Mysterio. I think it's his brother, James. Sweet chin. Did we lose the belts? I can't fucking remember. I'm actually quite excited now. I can't remember the outcome. Oh, we do. Yes. Ankle lock. Tried to start using more submissions because no one else did. And I loved watching Taz and Ken Shamrock. Oh god, that was cheesy. I think Flash was meant to pull him out a lot sooner. Timing was pretty shocking. The thing is, the more that Andy, especially in night his real name was Andy, the more that he held on, the weaker the ankle lock looked. Yeah, so we're down to the last tag team match. That's in quotes. That doesn't look right on camera. But the last tag team match in K-Star for me.